Fun facts, sassy politics, and interesting solutions for life. You'll find it right here on thepowerofvoices.com.
Hey guys, how are ya? Traci, Lynn here. We are live. We're in San Diego today. As you can see, the sun is shining. And where are we? One of my favorite places, and I come all the time in San Diego, is San Diego Cryotherapy. And I have with me the owner, one of the owners, and the other one is inside. So this is Joseph.
How you doing?
Yeah, so we are here today because we are going to explain to you in full detail what cryotherapy is, how it works, and how it can benefit you and your health. So we're going to step inside and enjoy the show, guys. Come on. So here we are in live, and you know what? I've got a little mascot here today. You guys know Action Jackson because Action Jackson's been injured. He's had some, I don't even know what they're called, but foxtails in his paws, and we had them all removed. So he's here keeping the fort today. So we're going to walk on in, and as you can see on the back wall here, guys, these are all the celebrities and people that have come in here. So anywhere from just, your average Joe, somebody looking to get a little bit more in their health, and to pro athletes. We also have a pro athlete with us here today who will be speaking in a little bit. He is also a qualified cameraman today, so thank you to Craig McEwen. So we're going to have a seat here, guys. And so I really love cryotherapy. I was introduced to it probably about 8 years ago back home in Vancouver, BC, Canada. And what I really love about it is not only being an athlete and training and overtraining myself in life, it's really helped me with moods and sleep and all those different things that we don't realize, could be a problem in life. So, right. Joseph, you guys, how long have you been here for now?
We've been here for a little over a year and a half. And we're the only certified facility in the county of San Diego. Okay. So here at San Diego County, San Diego Cryotherapy, you're always going to have a certified cryo technician taking care of you and treating you. We really believe in that. We're certified through Cryo Healthcare in Los Angeles, Dr. Jonas Kuhn.
Yes, I'm familiar with him.
And he's one of the top doctors in Los Angeles that does cryotherapy. Yeah. And big believer in that. And I had a complete shoulder replacement done about 2 years ago, and I discovered cryotherapy, and there was nobody down here in San Diego that was doing it, so I got to talk to my wife, and I started using it, and I was driving to Los Angeles every other day to get a treatment, and told my wife, this is crazy, we need to bring it to San Diego, and that's when we decided to open up San Diego Cryotherapy here in San Diego.
Awesome, that's amazing. So basically, we came in here and we were introduced to it. Not only do they have the cryotherapy tank, but they also have the cryotherapy facial. And it's not what you think. It's not that really facial, but it's a facial treatment. And I would love for you to explain what that is, please.
So the difference between a regular facial and a cryofacial is the kind of cryofacial that we offer here is a lot more therapeutic than what you would consider a regular facial. What we do is we use the liquid nitrogen vapors and we concentrate those onto the scalp, face, and the neck. And what that does is there's all the nerve endings that are attached to our brain are on there's a lot of them at the surface of the skin on the face, and we're able to activate those and cause them to release dopamines, serotonins, and endorphins naturally. And a lot of people, it helps relieve them from anxiety, depression, concussion, sinus inflammation, migraines. We had a lady come in this afternoon. She's an MMA fighter, and she woke up this morning with a migraine, and she has a competition this weekend, and she couldn't compete if she didn't get her facial today, and she came in to get rid of that migraine, and she left without a migraine.
I love that. I love hearing that. And obviously you threw in the word concussion, and obviously, working with the NFL alumni here in San Diego and partnering up with Craig McEwen, the president of the NFL alumni out here, there's a lot of talk about concussions and pro sports, so MMA, soccer,
Absolutely.
Baseball, like all these sports, football. So basically what we're doing is we're actually working on tackling TBI with the NFL alumni. And so we've, partnered up with you guys because we know how effective this is. And not a lot of people have the education behind them to understand what this is. And, the one thing that
that's the hardest part is educating people, because right now, the FDA in the United States of America doesn't back cryotherapy. They don't believe in it. They push pharmaceuticals, they push drugs and everything else. But Europe and other countries, which are really leaning on the holistic aspect of things, have really done a lot of studies on the holistic aspect, and they actually use cryotherapy to treat people with concussions, anxiety, and depression, which are also results of traumatic brain injuries from concussions. A lot of people end up with anxiety, depression, and a lot of other issues because of those concussions. And they're starting to find now that if you get in the whole body cryotherapy chamber, the sooner the better after a concussion, after experiencing a concussion, because the concussion is the result of a brain swelling.
Yes.
And the cryotherapy chamber here at San Diego Cryotherapy is designed, and it's the only one that's authorized in the Europe to treat people with medical issues.
Yeah.
And they actually use it to reduce inflammation in the brain because it causes a systemic anti-inflammatory reaction throughout the entire body. Even though your head's not inside the chamber, it's still going to bring that inflammation out. And we've had numerous customers come in, collegiate athletes, for example, that have come back from concussion protocol in less than half the time.
Wow, I love that. That's amazing. So you said that, obviously premeditated measures were taken here too, but what about after the concussions? What about after, the injuries and things like that? How effective is that as well? Because obviously we're seeing studies show that it is effective.
Well, the reality is the sooner you can get it taken care of and get it under control and reduce inflammation. The inflammation is what causes a lot of the damage.
Yeah.
And by reducing inflammation in the brain, the swelling in the brain, it reduces the severity of the symptoms of the concussion in the long run. So, but in the end, you're still going to have some, a lot of people, get depressed, they have anxiety, and what cryotherapy can do for you and has been proven to do, especially in Europe, is they use it, and they've done many studies on it in Europe. They use it to treat anxiety and depression on medicine-resistant patients. They actually have them installed in mental health hospitals where they treat their patients for anxiety and depression. And we get so many people that come out and they feel so much better. I'm so refreshed. I'm so rejuvenated. I'm in such a better mood, And we have several customers that come in that they're on those antidepressants and everything like that, and they come in here and they come out feeling so much better, so happy, and they're just a euphoric feeling afterwards, and that's really the release of those endorphins. And when your body goes into fight or flight mode, this is how I explain it to everybody that does it here at San Diego Cryotherapy. When you're in a fight or flight situation where your body has to survive, if you're in an anxious state of body and you have too much energy flowing in your body's not going to survive long enough in a situation where it's in the need to survive. So it's going to release the chemicals from your brain and in your body to allow your body to be efficient. So your body has to be efficient. And by releasing those dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, whatever your body needs to bring the anxiety down, because you're really burning too much energy and your body says, time out, we need to live longer, we need to sustain ourselves. It reduces the anxiety by it becoming more efficient. And the same thing goes in the opposite direction if you're depressed. If you come in a depressed state, your body's going to release what's necessary to bring you out of that depressed state of mind and mood by releasing endorphins and everything and getting your body into an efficient state. Because if you're in a depressed state, your body's not going to burn enough. It's not going to burn enough. You're going to freeze to death faster. For example, if you're in that survival mode, your body's not going to burn enough energy to stay warm enough long enough. So it's going to your body has to reset and balance out. So you're essentially balancing and resetting your nervous system every time you get to the cryo chamber.
Reset. I love that. We talk about that so much, and that's the thing too. Because when we were in that state, cortisol levels rise. We're in a state of panic, and we're taxing the body, adrenal glands, everything's being taxed. So, and that's the thing. So this is such a blessing because think about it. We've got all these people on these medications. The pharmaceutical companies are keeping. I'm always saying it, and if I go missing, you guys will know why. But the pharmaceutical industry is corrupt, and they're keeping people sick, and they're killing people. And so, it's my job as a health and wellness professional to instruct people, and like yourself, Joseph, because this is helping people no, it's on a holistic level. So take away the medications, take away the Tylenol, take away the lead, take away all these things. I mean, these things burn holes in your stomach. They give you ulcers. I mean, there's so many things.
Right.
And if we
you have to trust in the holistic way of healing.
Yeah.
You got to understand. I mean, for how many centuries, not decades, not years, centuries upon centuries upon centuries, they've used cold therapy.
Yes.
To treat all sorts of ailments.
Yeah.
Every ailment you could possibly think of, they've used cold therapy. Whether it was getting in cold water, getting whatever it takes, getting in some sort of a cold. I mean, we've been using ice packs for centuries, not just decades. Not since 1950 when they came out with this chemical that can alter the way your body releases the enzymes from your liver, and our body becomes accustomed and stops releasing the enzymes naturally. But if you get into a cryotherapy chamber and you reset your nervous system, your body goes into that survival mode and has to release those enzymes. And you're basically training your body to release what is necessary to really operate the way it's supposed to, efficiently. Your body should be efficient, your metabolism should be efficient, and everything, it has to be efficient. And at San Diego Cryotherapy, you can reset that nervous system and reset those enzymes and train yourself to increase your collagen production. That's another thing that here in the United States, we have so many comforts. We live in a fast food world almost,
Oh yeah.
And we just fill our bodies with all this junk and all these antibiotics and everything.
Absolutely.
And it really makes a difference. And if you can reset that.
Talk about not taking anti-inflammatories and coming in at San Diego Cryotherapy and going in here and being released of this pain, releasing these endorphins, feeling the sense of euphoric energy. And I mean, the sleep, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
The sleep, because it's something that's, hard for me, and I know a lot of people, I know Craig McKeon, he suffers with it too, but a lot of people suffer, especially people with concussions. The sleep management is so
very difficult.
Yeah, so this, I mean, after doing the cryotherapy, after we were here last San Diego Cryotherapy, I know that he had a better sleep and I had a better
Absolutely.
sleep. And I just felt finally like I was able to go, okay, I am relaxed and I'm calm and I'm able to get into that REM sleep rather than the sleep where it's like disturbed and up in your,
you really get that good night's sleep, and that's because you're resetting your body to a position where it needs to be. If you're anxious, things are running through your mind and your body's not really working the way it should. If you're depressed, your body's going to be tired all the time and you're not going to sleep as well.
Yeah.
And you're going to wake up every few hours. And, people with traumatic brain injuries, studies show how much it affects the sleep pattern and everything.
Absolutely. So let's go back to the cold ice baths and things like that too, because the cold ice baths compared to, cryotherapy, what is the difference and how did it all begin?
Yeah. So the biggest difference is, in the 1970s, there was a Japanese doctor who decided that he wanted to help people with rheumatoid arthritis. And he came up with this idea that if you submerge the body in extreme temperatures, colder than what you can get at ice, because ice is only so cold. Ice is 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's frozen, right? So he came up with the idea of exposing the body for short periods of time to severe temperatures. So by doing that, he started off treating, and his whole goal was to help people with rheumatoid arthritis, which is caused by systemic inflammation.
Yeah.
And he, through his discovery, would develop a machine that he was able to use liquid nitrogen with, and make it safe. Safety is a very huge thing, and the pharmaceutical companies aren't gonna, they're not gonna tell you about the 100 million people or whatever that have been helped by using cryotherapy, or they'll tell you about the one instant where somebody died, and it was really an accident where it was operator error. It had nothing to do with cryotherapy being unsafe. The reality is, nitrogen is the machine uses nitrogen. The oxygen in the air is only 21%, but you require that to breathe. You can't submerge yourself in 100% nitrogen and expect to breathe. You're going to suffocate. And what happened is it's unfortunate and it's sad, but that is the only recorded cryotherapy incident
Yeah.
where anybody has had any death or
Yeah.
any injury
I'm glad
that
you
was
touched
critical.
on that with the so it was the way it was operated
Right.
and it was faulty
If
error.
it was an operator error,
Human error, it happens. Obviously, it's very unfortunate. It's a sad
it's
occasion.
extremely sad. It's very unfortunate. And the reality is, if you're knowledgeable and you're educated and you know what you're dealing with, you'll understand the benefits far outweigh any risk that you're ever going to experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you could drown in a pool.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, anything can happen. You could die in a car accident on the way to work.
Yeah.
So many things can happen. But out of the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that have gotten into a cryotherapy chamber, there's only one that's ever had that happen to them. But everybody out there hears about it because that's the way the media works and the pharmaceutical companies push it.
Yeah.
To try and push regulation and push, with everything.
Well, and they're looking for that one thing. They right. Gotta,
it's like the acupuncturist that you get the one out of 100,000 that uses dirty needles.
Exactly.
And somebody gets
your chances in accidents and death and all these unfortunate circumstances are part of life, and it happens.
Right.
Very safe, very effective. I mean, I've never not felt 110% when I've left here. I just, I have a lot of pain, so management for me. I have a lot of problems with my neck. I have inflammation everywhere. Training a lot, working out a lot. I mean, 3 hours just today, so my body's screaming for it. But and it's also for the average person as well. So,
it's for the average person as well as the active person. We have a lot of we focus on veterans. Yeah. We're a veteran-owned business. And, I'm a disabled veteran myself, and I was medically retired from the Marine Corps after dislocating my hip and breaking my back. And my background in the military, we want to serve those who have served here at San Diego Cryotherapy. And being so close to a community of military people is very important to know. So we get a lot of people that are in SEER school here. We get a lot of people that are stationed at Miramar, 32nd Street, NAS, Coronado, that are going through these trainings. We get phone calls from out of state from these people from these men's parents that are saying, hey, my son's in SEER school, he's in BUDS training, and I want to buy him a membership so that he can be good, because these guys get beat up every day, and we offer the best discounts, the best pricing in town, and we really focus on it. It's not just for that athlete either. It's for the average person. It's for, if you're looking to lose a little bit of weight and you want to come in every day, we have good results in increasing metabolism. If you're looking to feel better because of just general arthritis and pain, inflammation, if you're looking to get that boost after a good workout and feel better, if you just got done hiking up Cow's Mountain over here in Mission Valley and you're beat up and you're tired and that lactic acid is building up in your legs, the severe vasoconstriction that takes place during a cryotherapy session is going to draw all those toxins and those lactic acids that goes up. Everybody rolls out. They roll, they get a massage, or they do something else. Well, what that's doing is that's breaking tissue down and causing micro, we call them micro tears in the tissue. And, and then they turn around, they ice it, and then they go and they do it again. Well, if you ice, you're supposed to wait 12 to 24 hours before you do any kind of activity, but you're not moving the blood and you're not moving the lactic acid or the toxins out of that area. With this, you're drawing that lactic acid out, those toxins out, the soreness out, and you're literally causing it to filter through your liver, your kidneys. Your lungs are going to oxygenate it, and you're going to get enriched. And we're enriching that blood with all these amazing things that your body naturally produces. Your liver produces 8 enzymes that are naturally released during each treatment. And by attaching, and those attach to the blood cells, and they experience, and then they meet your body, your core temperature goes up, and it goes out into it expels itself, and your blood pressure goes up a little bit, about 10 points diastolically, systolically, but your capillaries are about 10 times larger after you experience what's called severe vasodilation. Yeah. And, if you guys have ever heard of Joe Rogan or, all these guys, they go and they talk about it all the time and how well it works, and it goes out and it flushes the body with these amazing things that is naturally produced that we're tricking our body not to produce by taking Tylenol, ibuprofen,
Yeah,
and
masking
Traci,
it.
whatever, you know.
It's all just a Band-Aid masking effect. So
Yeah.
this is the real deal, and that's what we're saying. And this is why I want to share with you guys what this is all about, because, and it's the same thing too. So, you know, getting in there, training legs today, and getting up on the mountain, hiking. I mean, my legs are pounding because they're just, all the blood's in there, lactic acid is building up, I can feel it. And last time I came in here, you know, my legs were just, they were swollen when I got in here. And when I left, and the next day, people are still amazed that I'm actually sore after my workouts after I've been training for this long. But
it's never going to stop because the body naturally produces those proteins.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. But this is amazing because when I leave here, I don't hurt or my body doesn't hurt the next day. And with that inflammation, and a lot of people too, you know, I have a lot of clients that have tendinitis, arthritis, like all these things, also natural changes.
And the increase in the collagen production, mentioning tendinitis and a lot of ligament joint discomfort is caused because of a lack of collagen production. And unfortunately, here in this beautiful weather that we have in San Diego, at San Diego Cryotherapy, you don't necessarily, if you're coming in here, the odds are you're experiencing 70 degrees and sunny 90% of the time, except for at the beginning of this year. Obviously, we've had this amazing rainstorm, but ultimately, you're thinking, you know, the one thing I like to say is you've never seen a wrinkly Eskimo, and that's because they live in a cold climate, and they naturally have more collagen that they produce naturally because of the cold climate that they live in. And studies show that, you know, when you tear, your bones require, you know, collagen production, and our bodies here in a temperate climate like San Diego, you're not going to create as much collagen as you would in a colder climate, but we're able to increase the collagen production by exposing you to severe cold, whereas in an ice bath, you're not necessarily going to increase your collagen production.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So maybe that's why I've been preserved here out in Canada.
This is true.
So this is great. So there is good news being in cold climate, cold weather. So how cold is it in?
So our machine measures in degrees Celsius. It gets down to about 160 degrees Celsius. We typically get it down to about 145, but it has the capability of getting down to 160, which is 256 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. We typically treat at around 240 to 245, but that's for the average person, or, you know, and after a time, if you become acclimated to it, we can always adjust the temperature up. 256 degrees below zero is extremely cold, but it's a therapeutic grade, it's a therapeutic level of cold. And there's many other machines on the market that try to compete, and they really just can't compete with the Yucca cryo sauna, the one that we have here. That is, they don't. They can't compete because they aren't really treating at those levels. I mean, we get so many people that come from other machines that have tried it, and they get in our machine and they say, this is so much colder. This machine was built for medical use. With in mind, it was built by doctors. It was built to really reset the nervous system, help with rheumatoid arthritis, help with medical conditions. But we're fighting to get the FDA to approve it. And these other companies, they try and build them out of their garage, for example, or whatever. So be careful of the machines that you might get in. You know.
Those are the case studies that we're going to hear more about. So I don't recommend that. So how do you determine the length of time that somebody's in cryotherapy?
So the time is always going to be 3 minutes. Okay. You could do less if your body can't handle the full 3 minutes, but you don't need anything more than 3 minutes.
Okay. Is it safe after 3 minutes?
Now, for most people, you could say it would be unsafe, but you run the risk of incurring chilblain, which is similar to frostbite. Okay. But it's more of a cryogenic quick burn. You know, it's a burn of the skin. Okay. It irritates the skin. Okay. And that could occur after 3 minutes, but they've done so many studies and so many thousands of treatments to find that perfect point. Okay. And we know that at 3 minute mark, the body's typically in the 40 to 50 range,
Yeah.
skin surface temperature, and we're trying not to push it past that level.
Okay.
So we know that 3 minutes is the therapeutic level. It's very good for the body, and it's definitely right where you need to be. You don't need any more. You don't really need any less. Some people can do 2 minutes and they're just fine.
Okay. Are there certain people, types of people with heart conditions, any kind of health that are not able to do cryotherapy?
So with cryotherapy, because of the cold, anybody that has cold allergies, or Raynaud's disease, and heart conditions such as high blood pressure.
Okay.
So if you have high blood pressure, it's not recommended. We always, if somebody has high blood pressure and you have to ask us any questions, you give us a call. Or you can reach out to us. Check us out at SanDiegoCrowdTherapy.com. Give us a call. Find us on our contact page there. And we have the capability to check your blood pressure here if you have any concerns about that. But the reality is that this, even though Raynaud's disease is a cold affected disorder, cryotherapy can help people with Raynaud's disease. All they have to do is wear 2 pairs of gloves, 2 pairs of socks, and they do a minute and a half. And they get out, they get back, and they get back up to an 80-degree skin surface temperature, and they get back in for the next minute and a half. And they have benefits where they've actually shown to not have the side effects of the Raynaud's disease when they go skiing, for example. That's really what affects it more. But the direct application of cold for 3 minutes, dry environment, no moisture, anything like that, it's completely different. But there are risks, hyperthyroidism in pregnancy. But that's one of the reasons that we offer the localized therapy here. You go to any other facility in the county of San Diego, if you're in a wheelchair, if you're pregnant, they can't do anything for your ankle. They can't do anything for your knee. They can't do anything for your elbow, your shoulder, anything like that. You come into San Diego Cryotherapy, and we have people that come in wheelchairs, and they have carpal tunnel syndrome because of what they have to do every day. Their shoulders hurt because they have to lift themselves up out of bed every morning. They come in, and we take care of their shoulders with a localized cryotherapy treatment. We're the only facility in the city of San Diego that has that option.
That's the one.
That's the same one that we use for the facial.
Okay, so we're going to see that, and that's phenomenal. I mean, I've experienced it once before, and wow, it just is something else. I can't even. You guys are actually going to see it live because we're actually going to head to the back, and I'm going to get all suited up and look like I'm Canada, and then I'm going to jump in the tank, and you guys are going to see what it's all about. So let's head to the back.
Let's head on back.
So, I mean, I don't know if you guys got to see all the Charger stuff over here too. I mean, I love this. I survived. We got to get a t-shirt. Definitely.
So we even have team doctors. The team doctor for the Broncos gave us a call over here because they use cryotherapy, and they asked us to be available for the players, and we've had so many people come in.
That's amazing. I mean, I just get so excited thinking that I get to do this because it was almost like I beat my body up more today in the gym because I get to come reward myself now. And this is a reward. I mean, if you guys are able to do this, get it done. I highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go put the snowsuit on. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go put on whatever I need to. And also, too, I wanted to know, so we had talked before about the metal, so having like a belly button ring or earrings and stuff like that. So we want to remove the jewelry and stuff.
You want to remove any jewelry, neck and below. You can leave earrings in.
Okay,
Those aren't going to be affected.
Okay.
But, you can leave your glasses on. You can leave your earrings in. And then, women keep their undergarments on, men keep their undergarments on. And if you have a belly button ring and it can't be removed, we can give you a Band-Aid to cover it, or you can cover it with your hand during the treatment.
Okay, so I'll cover it with my hand. And I'll take off my Curtis and Phil watch because I don't want to ruin that.
Yeah.
So
what we do is, and this is the biggest difference between us and anybody else. Here at San Diego Cryotherapy, there's no appointment necessary for a whole body cryotherapy chamber treatment because we have 5 dressing rooms and we have the capability, and we don't believe that you need to schedule your life around a 3-minute appointment. You've got so many things going on, why should you have to schedule your life around a 3-minute appointment? So we have 5 dressing rooms, and all you have to do is you come in, the first time you sign up, you sign in, come on back. We have dressing rooms with robes, gloves, socks, and shoes, and you just come in and you leave your undergarments on, take the jewelry off, and you have your private room. You shut the door behind yourself, and then when you're ready, you come out. And then while you're in there, I can tell everybody about the differences in machines and what to look for.
Yeah, exactly. And then also we've got Mr. Craig McEwen, who's also experienced this cryotherapy, tank attending cryotherapy, and with his experience is phenomenal too. Because I, was able to see what he was like after, and so was the before and after. So you guys can talk about that. I'm going to go behind door number 2 and go get James. See you guys soon.
So the biggest difference in the machines that are out there is you have your Mercedes and you have your regular ones. This is a Yuka cryosauna that's made in Poland and is tested in Europe, and it's been engineered for medical purposes in Europe, and it's the only one that's certified on the market. The coolest thing about this machine here is on the inside is it's the only machine on the market with a heat exchanger built in to convert the liquid nitrogen into vapors prior to treatment. The other ones that are on the market, they don't convert the nitrogen into vapors. They treat it at a different pressure, so it won't get as cold as fast, and it's not going to get down in temperature. Not because it's unsafe, but mainly because it's not going to be a therapeutic level. So this machine is the only one on the market that has a built-in oxygen sensor. So right here we have an oxygen sensor where we're monitoring the air that you're breathing during your entire treatment, and we're also venting out the vapors here, and here at the bottom there's another vent that we treat, that we allow, and we push those vents. We use these vents here, and we blow all those vapors out of the facility. We don't just let them back into the facility. And you'll notice the difference because the quality. You can look at the machine, you'll see the difference. It has an elevator inside of it. The lift goes up and down, and is treated in that way. And it has the temperature reading in degrees Celsius. The Yuka cryosauna all look the same. They all look like this, and there are a few replicas that look like it, but they do not get as cold. And the difference is this is going to treat your ailments better and more effectively. It's much different. It's like taking a baby aspirin if you get in the wrong chamber, as opposed to a regular strength aspirin if you get into this one.
I think Wonder Woman is appearing from the telephone booth right now.
That was quick.
I know. I'm doing the Wonder Woman change. So I love
freezing it out
when it's billowing over and you guys get to see what it's all about. I love this because, again, I know soon enough I'm not going to be as much pain as I am before I walk into the tank. So it's a great feeling. It is cold, so I will be shivering like a little baby a little bit. So don't mind me. But when we're ready to go in, we're going to jump in and you guys can see all the action and see what goes on. So
Definitely worth it.
oh my gosh, this is amazing. I look forward to this. And you say 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes of your day. Everybody has time for your health. 3
You
minutes
can do
a day.
anything for 3 minutes.
Exactly. Here we go.
step on in. You raising her up?
So we use the elevator that's built into the machine to lift up the people to a safe level where their head is above the vapors that are going to be surrounding her body in a convectant style. So what she's going to do is she's going to keep her chin up during the session, and if your hands get cold, this is the only machine on the market where you can bring your hands up. There's nothing over your head. There's no towel around your neck, anything like that. If you want to bring your arms up and feel like you're sitting on a beach in Cabo.
I can't bring mine up because I have a belly button ring that I'm covering up.
Bring one up.
One up. Like,
Gotta get ready.
it's rejuvenating. It's cold. But it feels good. It's almost like you feel your brain being able to kind of open up a little bit. What was your experience, Craig, as my teeth start to chatter?
Basically, everything that used to hurt didn't hurt.
I know, it's remarkable. And if you can't take 3 minutes out of your day for your health, what are you guys doing? Because this is what it's all about. This isn't a gimmick. This isn't a trick. This works. I've never seen, felt, or experienced anything that worked like this before. And I've been playing sports my whole life. Soccer, baseball, volleyball, track and field, I've been an athlete, trainer, coach, you name it, and I stand behind this cryotherapy tank. San Diego Cryotherapy, you guys rock.
Thank you.
I love it. And I have
We're
my
halfway there.
puppy outside wincing. That always makes a mom nervous, but you know, I know that I'm going to feel so much better and I'm going to have a great sleep tonight. The endorphins are going to be released. I'm going to be nicer. So don't hold me to it, Craig.
I
We're
hope
hoping anyway.
I brought you in here so hopefully you would literally chill out.
Nice, I like it. Hashtag chill out.
We have 1 more minute.
And that was one of the effects that I did feel when we talked about, first of all, honoring your service. And, you and I both having that background of the TBI. I really felt a calming effect.
Yeah.
Very, very quiet and a chill effect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that one of the things that you'll hear? Because for me, the anxiety, the stress, I'm always wound up.
Always wound up. If you're always wound up and you need to literally chill out, you're gonna definitely get that from whether you do the whole body or you do a facial. If you're stressed out and you're high level anxiety and you're just wound up as tight as can be, this is gonna relieve that and alleviate that. You're gonna recover. You're gonna revitalize. You're gonna rejuvenate. And you're just gonna feel so much better and just be able to release the hormones naturally that are produced.
Okay, so and one of the things you were mentioning was you don't have to be an injured athlete or anyone in that sense, where you can do a lifestyle quality of life maintenance where you're coming in maybe once a week and it's just giving you that mind reset that you're talking about.
Right, exactly. You're resetting the mind, you're feeling better, you're happier. A lot of people come out happier. And we have people that come in every day and they look forward to their cryotherapy treatment, regardless of the fact of how cold it
Look
is.
at that smile.
And we always get a skin surface reading right here on the back of the lead. Check for safety purposes. You're at 43, so that's within normal range.
That's good.
And they said she was cold-hearted.
Actually, this is the interesting thing about cryotherapy is your core temperature actually increases by about 3 to 4 degrees during the treatment. So your skin surface temperature comes down, but all the blood has to leave the extremities and go to your core where it increases in temperature.
And increases your metabolism. You guys did not hear that at the beginning when Joseph mentioned that. So coming into cryotherapy frequently, it's going to obviously burn some calories. So we all know we all want to have increased metabolisms. I have a metabolism that's very high. I'm very lucky, but I've worked on that as I, trained it and metabolized things in different ways with nutrition. I always have to throw in the nutrition, so you got to have. It's a total health and wellness program. So adding this in, how many times would you recommend doing this a week?
It really depends on what you're looking for. If you're somebody who's working out every day and you're extremely active and you're a competitive athlete, you might want to come in every day. If you're just a regular active person, then you might come in every other day. And then once you get acclimated, there's people that come in twice a week and then they get to a point where they're coming in once a week or they come in for their events. But for the most part, we typically see people about 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
And then we do have the people that are competitive or that have degenerative, issues. They have traumatic brain injuries, they have anxiety, they have depression. They come in every day. And it's not uncommon for somebody to come in every day, and it's not unsafe to come in every day. We have a lot of professional athletes that do it multiple times a day. They'll do it in the morning, they'll do it in the afternoon. And there's no limitations to it. You cannot overdose on cryotherapy.
Yes. So I could be a cryo addict?
You absolutely could if you wanted to be.
I think I am, actually. So I'm admitting this on camera on my show. That felt amazing. My legs actually are starting to feel like the swelling and then it's coming down.
The tingly sensation is definitely
exactly.
there. The capillaries have a tendency, so you get that tingling sensation. And it's kind of, we call it the pins and needles sensation. Mm-hmm. And you get it during the treatment, and that's because the capillaries are shrinking. They're constricting. Afterwards, you also experience the same effect, and you experience it because they're expanding, they're dilating, and you get those same pins and needles. But a lot of people end up their skin turns like that red, that reddish color, and that's the oxygen-enriched blood getting back to the surface of the skin.
I love that, and I have to say to you, this is the only place that is acceptable to wear Crocs. Just so you guys know, okay? That's the guy that owns Crocs. Is like, I hate you.
And all black. We're stylish here at San Diego
Yeah,
Cryotherapy. You don't have
love
to
it.
worry about being out of style. We're in style here at San Diego Cryotherapy.
Stealth mode. Are we able to go ahead and do the cryotherapy?
Yeah, so what we'll do is we're going to have you get back into
go back to dress normal.
your dress mode.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
by then, we'll be ready to give you the
I love that part. Wait till you guys see. I don't know if I'm going to fall asleep. Did you fall asleep? I think Craig got to the point where, yeah, he was drooling a little bit.
We've had about 50% of our customers fall asleep during facials. So.
All right, well, Craig, you'll conduct the rest of the interview if I fall asleep during this. I'm heading back into the Wonder Woman capsule, and I will be back in soon, too.
Absolutely. Perfect. So one of the things that you were touching on was the fact that the core temperature, it does actually increase.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tell me something like the biometrics of that, and versus like we used to do in the old days in the football, the ice baths, and you'd suffer in there for 3 to 6, 7, 10 minutes, and you'd just be
so
freezing
a lot of
to the
people,
bone.
they get in these cold tubs for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're cooling and congealing the blood. And that's because your body's trying to fight back. In temperatures as low as this, your body's not going to fight back. Your core temperature has to go up because all the blood's going to one place. It's going to your core. And naturally, your body's going to increase its core temperature because it's going into that survival fight or flight mode. So that's the biggest reason that it's benefits over the, there's a study about cryo versus ice. Cryotherapy over ice because you're not cooling and congealing. So you don't have to wait 12 or 24 hours to do exercise or do anything after a cryotherapy chamber. If you want to come in here, do a cryo chamber, whole body cryotherapy session at San Diego Cryotherapy, and go for a marathon run directly afterwards, you're perfectly fine. And then if you want to come in and do it after, there's no wait period. You can do it right away. You can do it 10 minutes before a workout. You can do it 3 hours before a workout. You can do it 3 days before a workout. It doesn't matter. There's no wait period because there's no cooling and congealing. So there isn't any risk associated. Some of the biggest things that you would maybe want to take note of that we get a lot of phone calls about, we get a lot of questions about is implants. Is it okay to come if you have implants? Perfectly fine, perfectly safe. If you just got Botox or any kind of injection, their typical wait period is 24 hours after an injection. As long as you don't have any open after a surgery, so a lot of people that get cosmetic surgeries, they call us and they ask about coming in to relieve the bruising and the swelling after liposuction and other surgeries cosmetically like that. Well, the reality is you can do it 2 days after your surgery as long as there aren't any open wounds and bleeding.
Gotcha. Okay, because I was one of the first couple of players in the for stem cell therapy, and they went the liposuction way, and so I could have come in maybe a day or two afterwards. And
absolutely.
Okay.
Because it's so uncomfortable after you receive these treatments and you're at home and the doctors want to pump full meds, and you can actually recover. And we've shown to recover up to 50% cut in time of recovery by using cryotherapy because of the amount of collagen it helps produce. My doctors told me it was going to take 12 months to 18 months to recover after my complete shoulder reconstruction, and I was able to get back up and go back to doing what I was doing within 6 months by using cryotherapy on a consistent basis. So the biggest thing that I want to really drill is the fact that one time isn't going to really tell you how it does. It'll show you, it'll give you a test, but really you want to give it a good 5 treatments to really show yourself. And you want to try and do those 5 treatments in about 2 to 3 weeks because that's going to give your body a chance to acclimate. It's going to give your body a chance to know what to expect. And when your body knows what it's going to expect, it's going to react completely different than it did the first time. And it's not going to be as uncomfortable after the first time. It's going to get more and more comfortable, more and more tolerable every time you get into the chamber.
Well, I guess I should ask before I got my butt implants the other day. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, so I guess we're going to go have some fun. Yeah, right? Exactly. No, I actually just do squats. So we're going to go in and then we're going to explain exactly what all this does and how it works and go from there.
So, we currently have somebody that comes for facials quite often in there right now. So it's going to be a few minutes, but we'll be able to, answer any questions. Maybe we can get Craig in the whole body. You want to jump in the tank?
Yeah, I can actually jump in the tank for you. I'll be holding the camera, so I don't want the camera to freeze.
Yeah, no, we can, slide back into the front for a few more minutes, and I'm gonna go calm down the little puppy that's been beaten up by fox nails or whatever they're called. My legs feel so much better. I just, it's amazing how you feel after. Honestly, it is. It's just, I mean, you're refreshed, recharged, energized, and obviously you can see it. And this isn't even actually just like from SWAT Fuel. So shout out to SWAT Fuel today as well, guys. I did take mine this morning, but this is natural energy. And I liked what you said earlier too, because I wake up with a lot of headaches because of my neck injury. And I know Craig suffers from extreme headaches and migraines too. And to be able to not reach for those Aleve and be able to not reach for those pain medicines and things to just help you with that pain. I suffered through it this morning, and unfortunately, and every day that I wake up, because my neck is messed up, and I have degenerative discs and osteoarthritis in my neck from car injuries, and suffered many concussions myself. And I know a lot of you don't know that, but playing soccer back home in Canada, soccer is actually, I've been informed, the #1 sport for head injuries for women. I've suffered a lot in car accidents, so I have a lot of injuries that I suffer with daily, and this is my pain management, and nothing better than a healthy, safe, effective way of pain management. We also talked here too, Joseph and Kendra, the other owner, Joseph's wife that owns San Diego Cryotherapy too, was telling me too about Bree, who has had knee injuries. She's actually a cancer survivor, bless God.
Definitely.
I know, what a remarkable story. Where is Bree anyway?
She's actually a certified technician. So if you look right here, see right here, you got all of our certified, all of our certificates. You got myself, you got my wife, you have Andy, and you have Brianna. And Bree's actually in the room right now with the customer, taking care of one of those treatments that you've been so highly talking about. because we are the only facility in town that offers a cryofacial and the localized cryotherapy.
Yeah.
I mean, and it separates you from everybody else. I mean, because you might not want to get in the tank one day. You might want to just come in and treat your tennis elbow or your carpal tunnel or your knee or your ankle.
Specific, so body part specific.
Spot. Yeah, spot treatment.
Yeah, and you can't do spot reduction in the gym, so you can do it here. I love that. Okay, great.
Did you want
And Kendra's here too, but we have, so Bree's in the back, and they were telling us a remarkable story about how she's a cancer survivor, and she, from her chemotherapy and from her treatments, how her knees were all, she went through sustained a lot of, I don't know exactly the injuries.
We'll let her tell you guys all about that.
Yeah, let's
Bree's
go find
going to be the one giving you guys that treatment. So.
Okay, good. Yeah, so cancer survivor, so shout out, you keep her in your prayers. And again, as you guys see, I'm jazzed up. I love this place. They have to kick me out because I hang out here too much. But we're actually, gonna talk to these guys about having at our NFL alumni event, bringing this bad boy. I'm gonna call it the bad boy because it's so amazing, to our events, and you guys can try it out too. So
it's the Metrum Cryoflex, and also known as the Cryo T Elephant, and it's localized cryotherapy. And we're going to introduce you guys to Bree.
Well, I was just talking about you. Here she is.
And hello.
My friend. She's been through a lot, and she's still smiling. You're a fighter. And thank God you're still here, and I'm just so excited that it was able to help you through your pain and the things that you've been through too. So, we can tell our viewers and listeners a little bit what you went through and how it helped you.
And then just one quick little disclaimer here. If you are undergoing active chemotherapy, you have to wait 30 days after stopping chemotherapy treatment to use cryotherapy as an alternative way. And it's not been, it's not used to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But it helped with pain management and helped you through.
So cryotherapy's done absolutely wonders for me. It's been incredible. I was diagnosed 10 years ago, so I'm a cancer survivor. 10 years ago this April, I was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma. It's a childhood cancer. And that cancer actually was in my chest in the beginning, but then it went to my brain. With the brain, I did 3 brain surgeries that put me on steroids. So the steroids, they have side effects, which are a deterioration of bones. So I have 2 full hip replacements right now. But the other things that the doctors were saying that might have to be replaced were my knees. So by the time I was about working here, I tried out cryotherapy, and it was done wonders. They actually joke around with me. They call them my dynamic knees because it's done incredibly for it, and I haven't had any surgeries or any problems since. So I try to do it about 3 times a week, and I feel incredible. So
and then another thing that she didn't touch on this, but she's had multiple bone density tests done over the years because of all the therapy and the radiation treatments and the steroids. They have a tendency to deteriorate the bone density.
Yeah.
Now, we all know that collagen is required, but there's multiple things. And Bree here has used holistic medicines and holistic healing to treat all of her post-cancer or post-chemo ailments and issues. She's used cryotherapy, she uses holistic calciums, and she uses oils and essential oils to treat it. She's not the one that leans on the medications. She's the one that leans on the holistic and the healthy way of healing, whether it's what you're eating and everything. So that's definitely something that she got a study back that I'll let you tell her about this year, because they told her bones were brittle.
Yeah, so in the beginning of last year, they had told me that all my bones were so fragile. So just even wrestling or doing it, just playing around, I could totally break a bone. And then I've been doing, like Joe said, calcium, doing cryotherapy. And one of the technicians actually told me at the doctor's office, Bree, I want to show you something. And he showed me the results, and he said, there's a dot on the very bottom, and this is where your bones were just a year ago. And he said, the dot at the top is your bones right now, and you are at normal range. Woo! And so that's just a little report, a good report. So
if this doesn't tell you guys the benefits of this in a holistic, healthy manner, listen, because this is pure testimony here. I'm a testimony to it. I know Craig is, Joseph. We're going to get it. We got 2 minutes left.
A few minutes left, but we're going to bust in the cryofacial as quick as possible.
Cryofacial. Do I just lay on my back?
Yep, you lay on your back.
All right.
We'll just start it up here. Yep, got it.
So what this machine does here, she's going to go ahead and start the facial now. So what this machine does here is, if you'll notice right here on here, it times it, and you get 10-minute treatment. It drops down to negative 172 degrees Celsius, which is close to 280 to 290 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. But it's not as uncomfortable as you might think it is. It's not like an ice cube, which you put on your face is extremely uncomfortable. As you can see here, she's treating the scalp, she's treating the face, and she's going to take her time, and she adjusts the level of the speed at which it applies those vapors. So right now, when she treats the scalp, she's going to treat it at a higher level to penetrate through the hair, increase the collagen production, and strengthen those hair follicles.
Am I allowed to open my eyeballs?
Sure.
All right. So as you can see, a huge smile on my face. I know we've probably got a minute left, and I've had so much fun here today at San Diego Cryotherapy. This is TLC Unleashed with Hollywood Vibes, Sports and Life, brought to you by LA, but we're in San Diego, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of us in San Diego, guys. This is incredible. I feel incredible. I feel very grateful to San Diego Cryotherapy for allowing us to be part of what they're doing on a holistic and healthy measure. And if you're not getting yours done today, it's time for you to get your butt in here and come chill out. So I don't know what's next, but
so you can find us on San Diego Cryotherapy.com. You can find us on Instagram at San Diego Cryotherapy. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook at San Diego Cryotherapy. On Twitter, you can find us at San Diego Cryo. Snapchat, San Diego Cryotherapy. We have on our website, we have a blog which goes into very many details. If you follow us on Facebook at San Diego Cryotherapy, you'll be able to read those blogs because we post them every time that we create a blog. And we create about 4 to 5 blogs or articles describing the benefits that you hear Tony Robbins and Joe Rogan and
Yes.
everybody talk about the benefits. And they actually utilize this exact same cryo chamber and this exact same machine.
All right, we're going to start tackling TBI with the NFL alumni, and we're bringing this bad boy with us. Every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, TLC Unleashed Show, brought to you by Hollywood Vibes, Sports and Life. We'll see you next Wednesday with Miss Amy Scruggs on the show. We'll be singing live from San Diego. Visit San Diego Cryotherapy, guys. Make sure you get in here. Come chill out with me. Bye.